Hello, hi, I'm Stephen Vinacour, and I've got another book to read you for Rosh Hashanah. And what could be more appropriate than Ted and His Time Travelling Toilet by Stephen Vinacour, which is the perfect time travelling toilet book for Rosh Hashanah, right? Wrong? Alright, well, what about Engineer Harry, the Rosh Hashanah ride? I think it's Engineer Harry. Might be a Cockney one, might be Engineer Harry. I don't think so. I think it's more the Israeli Harry than Harry. All right, Harry? I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a read and find out, shall we? Could do it in a Cockney accent. I think I might get into trouble, so I'm not going to. There's the pictures there. Look at that. That's a nice moustache, isn't it? Had an aunt with one just like that. Anyway, Engineer Harry walked proudly into the railway station at the port city of Jaffa. The year was 1892. The workers had finished the tracks just in time for Rosh Hashanah. A new year, a new railway, thought Engineer Harry. And I've been chosen to drive the first train from Jaffa to Jerusalem. He patted the train's boiler. Are you ready? He asked. You and I are going to deliver Rosh Hashanah treats to the children in Jerusalem. Harry's engineer friends, Jesse and Nathaniel, stood nearby. Look at the crowds who came to see me off, Harry boasted to them. Nathaniel sulked because he hadn't been chosen. Jesse grumbled. Harry thinks he's so important. There he is, looking quite important. We can't all be first, Harry bragged. He told himself not to worry about Jesse and Nathaniel. Engineer Harry climbed into the train's cab. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The switchman gave the signal. The crowd cheered and clapped. Engineer Harry pulled back the throttle and the train steamed out of the station. He forgot to say goodbye to Jesse and Nathaniel. Oh dear, they don't look very happy, do they? The train chug-a-lugged past cypress trees and orange groves. Children waved as the train went by. There it is. Hold it up like this. The train hissed slowly into the first station. A girl hurried out of the crowd carrying a basket. Please bring these apples to Jerusalem for a sweet new year, she said. My uncle grew them in his orchard. Engineer Harry took a juicy bite out of a shiny green apple. It reminded him of Jesse. Jesse's train engine was bright green. Harry wondered if Jesse was still angry. Shana Tova, Happy New Year, called Engineer Harry, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The train chug-a-lugged past palm trees and prickly pear cactus. A beekeeper looked up from her honeycombs to wave. There she is, there, look. At the next station, a boy lifted a crate filled with jars and brought it to the platform. You going to Jerusalem? He asked, holding up a jar. Please take my mother's honey with you so that the children of Jerusalem can dip apples in honey on Rosh Hashanah. Engineer Harry smiled at the thought of the sweet sticky honey that reminded him of Nathaniel. Nathaniel's train engine was sunny yellow. Harry worried that he'd hurt Nathaniel's feelings. Shana Tova, Happy New Year, called Engineer Harry, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The train chug-a-lugged towards grey foothills. Farmers waved from their wheat fields. There they are, waving, look. At the next station, a baker and his son hurried out of the crowd carrying large sacks. The sweet smell of fresh bread filled the air. Ooh, what smells so good? Asked Engineer Harry. My son and I have baked loaves of round challah, said the baker. Please bring them to Jerusalem for Rosh Hashanah. Engineer Harry thought about Jessie again. She loved the smell of fresh bread. Harry wished he'd not bragged to his friends. Shana Tova, Happy New Year, called Engineer Harry, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot! The train chug-a-lugged into a narrow canyon and began to climb slowly as the tracks curved through steep hills. A shepherd tended his flock. One ram had long curled horns. The ram looked up and let out a loud baa. There he is. That one there. That's the one I did. That one sounds completely different. At the next station, a boy carrying a large basket on his head walked towards the tracks. He took a shofar out of the basket and blew a strong, deep note. My family makes these chauffeurs from ram's horns. Please bring them to Jerusalem so people can announce the new year. Engineer Harry thought about Nathaniel. If Nathaniel had heard the chauffeur, he would have pulled the train's whistle cord to make the same sounds. He wondered how he could ask his friends to forgive him. Shana Tova, Happy New Year, called Engineer Harry, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot. The train chug-a-lugged higher and higher past olive groves and underground springs. Finally, it reached a plateau. I can see the Jordan River from here, said Engineer Harry with excitement. He added sadly, I wish Nathaniel and Jessie were here too. Before he knew it, the great walled city of Jerusalem appeared in the distance. Engineer Harry pulled into the station. The train hissed to a stop. A crowd of people cheered. Children surrounded the train, climbing onto the caboose and cab. They lifted out the Rosh Hashanah treats. There they are, look. There's the apples and the honey and the chauffeur. Engineer Harry hardly noticed. He was thinking about his friends. I hurt Jessie and Nathaniel's feelings when I bragged, he thought. On Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we say we're sorry. We do teshuvah. Teshuvah means turning ourselves around and promising to do better. Engineer Harry gathered an apple, a jar of honey, a challah, and a shofar for each of his friends. He patted the train's boiler and again said, I need to turn you around so that we can steam back to Jaffa. I want to find Jessie and Nathaniel and say I'm sorry. I want to do teshuvah. Shana Tova, Happy New Year, called Engineer Harry, steaming out of the station. He tugged the whistle cord. Toot toot. And that's it. There's some stuff about steam trains there, but I'm not going to read that to you. Right, there were some mistakes in that book, weren't there, that I read? Oh dear. I need to do teshuvah and read better next time. Well, hopefully I will. So join me again soon and I'll find another book and I'll read it a lot better than that one. From me and Engineer Harry, see you soon. Bye bye.